Hello. For your comfort and safety throughout this video we will... Huh? What? What? Oh, sorry, I've just been informed that the game does not take place on an aircraft, on a plane, so I can throw out the entire segment of opening gags and stuff. But still, the game is called Airline, even though it's not about an airliner.
RetroKork.
Okay, so Airline is a business simulation by Adventure International. Now, my German viewers are probably quick to inform me, and to point out, better to say, that there is another game called Airline. It's also a business simulation, and it's by Ariolasoft. That one's a bit too difficult to discuss today for an international audience, because it heavily relies on the knowledge of German language. It's better looking and is better playing than Adventure International's version, though. I've called Airline a business simulation. It's more of a strategy game that originally was on tape. However, since the Commodore 64 version is on a disc, any instructions you find that demand you press run, stop and restore at the same time are null and void. Now, the only documentation for this game that I personally could find was for the Atari XL version of the game, so a few things are a bit different and might need to be addressed. First of all, the game is completely controlled by the joystick. The joystick plugged into port 1, and only that joystick will do. And the game happens in complete and total silence. Within the game, you'll have to refer to the card that is part of the game manual for the prices and multipliers of the cities, as the game itself is as helpful as a travel agent after you told them you're not booking through them. Yes, I'm going to make air travel references. Got any problem with that? Anyway, you and any potential opponents, as up to 4 players, can participate. By the way, you can have the computer play against itself for the whole time. All of them can be controlled by the computer, by the way. In a strange attempt, you try to dominate the US skies. For example, you see, a route only makes money. The cities are directly connected in a straight line. By that, I mean that every city on the way between the cities has to be your city. You have to have straight lines of cities. And you hold the exclusive rights to the airport because they're apparently now operated by the airlines themselves. And therefore no opponent can ever land at said airport. Now, I'm beginning to wonder if this is less of an airline simulation, more of a friggin' board game, to be exact. A cursory look over at Board Game Geek shows, however, that there are games called Airline and Airlines, but the gameplay of those games seems quite different from this computer game. Ultimately, this is less of an airline simulation than I originally anticipated. Even if, well, when you squint, it might somewhat represent domestic airlines, if you ignore the huge advantage that having a Concorde gives you, and can give you. However, for a more accurate look at an airline simulation, I'd suggest you go for some more modern games, including the original Airline Tycoon, even though that has a bit of a humorous tone. But if you want a game for free, there is a pretty promising project called the Airline Project. It's a free game for Windows PCs, and it's available at the following website. You just need to look in the forums instead of downloading the version that is on the main page, because that is, at the time of recording, at the time of recording is 0.3.9. But if you want to be on the forefront, go into the forums of the website here, www.theairlineproject.com. And so ends our short trip over the world of Airline, a game whose existence in my book wasn't really that necessary. Okay, in 2 weeks we'll go and have some fun with DuckTales. Woohoo!